we got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Hey, receiver!
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw is Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They run it with Chandler. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Chandler. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Third and goal for Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing is Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they'll change things up. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Cousins pass intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Hurts changing up the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Danielle Hunter drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Cousins now from the 50. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Now Chandler. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. You look at this Eagle defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Well, this defense for the Eagles terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They go play action. Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Eagles nothing.
The Vikings with the football here to begin this. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Eagles nothing. Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
But first down, Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two. So I would agree with you totally on that.
On third down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Muscles him off. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Go Silver, ready? $63.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
2nd and 6. Play action now. Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Vikings first down.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Cousins to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. Cousins again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. From the 16, Hurts. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Hurts to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing is Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, here's Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Vikings 21, Eagles 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Joseph on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Eagles 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Hurts, and he fires one, but incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Here's Chandler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins now. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Hey, can't.
They'll try to run this one in. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
On play action, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson from 4 yards out. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh?
And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations?
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Silver, ready?
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That shoves him off at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Good route here.
Play fake. Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. they'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Throwing here, Cousins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Second down, Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Play action now. Cousins. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And now look at this. Big gain but a fumble.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.